All right, happy Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mindset Monday. Let's talk about it. I know that y'all are like, oh my gosh, she's drilling down on mindset. That's why it's called Mindset Monday, because we have got to address these trash mindsets because they are literally navigating our ship into enemy territory. So we need to go ahead on and look at these trash mindsets, identify it, and take the garbage out once and for all. Not for a season, not for a few minutes, not for when it's just comfortable, but we got to start taking it out. And did you notice I said we? That's a collective. That means me. And I know we not French, but we finna be weing today, because if we don't identify the root cause of this stinking thinking, look at it as garbage and take it out. Because, see, I have a question. If I told you to fill up 10 trash bags in your house and leave them trash bags with the old bananas, with the old meat, the old fruit, the core, the scraps that you done scrapped off the plate, and I told you to leave that in your house for 365 days, you'll be like, coach, that's nasty. You nasty. You done lost your mind. A lot of y'all, these mindsets, and this is the thing, often we do it subconsciously. Sometimes we have a trash mindset subconsciously, and we refuse to take it out because it's comfortable. And sometimes I look at it, I know mostly everybody has seen an episode of Hoarders. A lot of times we hoarding these mindsets that are so detrimental to our success. Why are we having this? Because it's difficult for a wealthy environment to reside. It ain't gonna even really come into it, but it's difficult for a wealthy environment to thrive in an unhealthy, in a doubt and a fear and a procrastination environment. So I want y'all to get in the mindset that we gonna move like wealthy people. See, wealthy people move when they see opportunities. Poor people make excuses. You got to figure out today, which one are you? Am the person who is not only I'm going to take advantage of opportunities, but if I have to create my own opportunity, then so be it. Or are you going to keep making excuses? Oh, I got this, da, da, da. Let me explain to y'all. If y'all don't do nothing else, just watch how I move. Coach V will tell you, it's times I am so exhausted. But because I believe in where I am going, you don't think that I went to bed at 1 o'clock? I got in the house after 3 o'clock. I'm almost 60 years old. If y'all don't think I could use a corner piece of some more rest on God, yes, God. But I believe in my mission so much. If I have to short change myself a corner piece of sleep to get to where I want to be, then that's what's going to happen. I believe in where I'm going so much that, oh, I'm going to take me a nap in a few hours. But right now, the mission comes first. So y'all got to figure out if you going to let your excuses keep you broke, and it's time to stop lying to yourself. You got the tools. You really, a lot of times, you even got clarity in your vision, but you're second guessing it because, well, I don't know which way to go. Did you ask God to order your footsteps? Did you ask God for the right people, the right resources, the right information? Or did you sit there prideful thinking that you supposed to figure it all out by yourself? If it was meant for you to figure everything out all by yourself, you would be in this world all by yourself. So guess what? We're going to stop lying to ourselves. It's not just our lack mindset. It's the lack of action that's destroying everything. And I'm letting y'all know, every time you avoid action, you're feeding procrastination. You're feeding fear. You're feeding inconsistency. And you're definitely cultivating an ideal space for self sabotage. Baby, I need y'all to open y'all eyes and I want y'all to see what I see. I see beautiful people. I see smart people. I see people with a heart of gold. I see loving people. I see kind people. I see smart people who is just second guessing your abilities. So when that fear and you get paralyzed from paralysis analysis, or you let perfectionism take over you, you need to ask yourself. I ain't gonna even tell you to ask yourself why. I just need you to nip it in the bud and say, oh no, this is not beneficial to me. This is counterproductive. Stop now. That self-sabotagery, that inconsistency, that procrastination. I need you to look at it from a monetary perspective and look at the common denominator and what can you change. If your bank account is dry, that means, oh, I need to get off my ass and go harder. If your health isn't where you want it to be, then you got to get yourself, you got to get on some stuff. You got to change some stuff. I'm dealing with that right now. If your job feels unsafe and somebody's saying, well, no, they ain't over there going postal in the job. If you having panic attacks, if you having anxiety, if you dreading Monday, if you dreading and stuff, your job is that's not a safety zone for your emotions, your nervous system. It's not a safety zone. But all of these things can be changed because the common denominator in it all is you. And this was going to be hurtful because I'm dealing with some of that myself. A lot of times we have cultivated and built toxic, negative relationships with whatever it is. So you can say, I have built a toxic, negative relationship with, and then a blank. It could be fear. It could be poverty mindset. It could be health. It could be wealth. It could be whatever the case may be. But you fill in where you have built this toxic relationship. So let's say, for example, you built a toxic relationship with negativity and fear. You've gotten comfortable with lack, or you've gotten comfortable with just enough, because that's where most people are. You've gotten comfortable with just having just enough, not enough surplus to retire, not enough surplus to build any legacy, not any surplus to help your children buy a 4 unit so that they can build wealth. Not just enough, but not enough to buy land, not enough to invest, just enough for survival. So here's the truth. You think your comfort zone is comfortable? You've gotten comfortable with that. You've been uncomfortable for years. That's why most of y'all even here. You want a different way. And I done showed you how to make money a gazillion ways. But because you've been uncomfortable for years, you've been uncomfortable living paycheck to paycheck. But you still do it. You've been uncomfortable not driving your dream car. You just, and I'm not telling y'all this from a place of judgment. This, well, I ain't gonna say that because I done had a lot of the cars that I wanted. But I've also had a lot of cars that was transportation. Yes. Have I been able to drive my dream cars like 4 times in my life? Yes. But a lot of people can't say that. That they have always, they either drove, what their first car was a hand-me-down. They second car was just transportation. We need to get to and from. And this is the thing. I'm nothing against reliable transportation, but it sounds like a poverty game. You never hear rich people say, "Oh, I done got me the Bentley coupe. I just need me some reliable transportation." They're driving the car like they're supposed to drive it. And this is the thing. Once you build a relationship with the desires of your heart, your dreams, and your wealth, you will get so accustomed to it that when somebody brings it to your attention, you're like, "Oh shit." Because that's how I am when I'm driving in my car. I'm driving my dream car. I am so used to driving it. When somebody be like, "Oh my God," and I be like, "Oh shit," I have to realize what I'm in. Because when you have built the mindset of abundance and you're walking in it and you're living it, somebody has to bring it to your attention because you have normalized abundance. You have got to get out of that uncomfortable mindset. Some people have even fallen in love with negativity. Why do I say that? And sometimes, and we all gonna keep a smidget of it because I'm not trying to be funny. Gossip is good, but it's one of the most negative, toxic things, and also the biggest waste of time. Because it's some shit you can't even change. That's just like my Aunt Ann. She was about to do it this weekend. Because she was looking good up in there. I said, "You better get to auntie, get to auntie." In her 70s, still crushing, feeling good. Is what she told me. But some of these people, I said, we ain't finna do that. We ain't gonna do that. As bad as I wanna do it, we ain't gonna do that. As bad as I wanted to, but I didn't do it. Now, let me tell y'all something. Today is the day. I want you to make a decision that you're going to treat your tongue like the keys to your empire. What does your empire look like? What are the riches that is inside of your empire? And you're going to start speaking it. If you want to have blocks of gold, it's okay. My empire has blocks of gold in it. If your empire got Bitcoin in it, okay, my empire got Bitcoins in it. My empire got stocks. My empire got, because baby, because when they was talking about that TikTok and Oracle, I went over there and got me some Oracle stocks. Oh, I'm gonna make me some money. Y'all, TikTok, you gonna make me some money with some more money. Y'all need to see opportunity. Now, you need to treat your tongue like it is the keys to your empire. And if you like me, I don't have no keys to nothing really. Almost all my stuff is a tap or a press or a tuck, tuck, tuck. But if you got a key in your mind, I tell y'all, some of you all may know this story, but some of you don't. After the panoramica, all my financial stuff went to woo, and I ain't the only one. It got so crazy that the place that I was living in, because they had lost so much money, they wanted to take my rent up $600 a month. I was like, what? So I was living in a hotel. Every time I would pull that hotel key, every time that I would go in there and pull that hotel key, I would take that key. I'm gonna act like this the key. I would tap that key on that hotel door, and in my mind, I was opening the doors to my beautiful place with city views, with panoramic city views, and I'm gonna be able to just see the sunset, and I can see as far as the eye can see. Floor to ceiling windows. Every time I would tap that hotel key, I wasn't going no hotel room. I was going into my own paradise. Guess what I woke up this morning to? When I walked out my bedroom, all I saw was the city view of downtown Atlanta. What you see today is not your tomorrow. What you see today is not your forever. But you got to start planting the mental seeds of the desires of your heart right now. When I drove my Scion XB, and I love my little square. Because, baby, you can put a teaspoon of gas in there and that baby will ride and ride and ride. But when I was driving that, even though I ain't got no key, again, we not putting no key in the ignition. I got push button, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But when I was turning that key in that Scion, in my mind, I was cranking up a Range Rover. Now, what you see right now is not your tomorrow. I say it again. What you see right now is not your tomorrow. So, why do you need to start acting like your tongue is the key to your empire? You can choose what you're going to speak. And I'm going to tell you, when you finally realize that you the problem, that your tongue is the problem, you're going to change things exponentially. When you realize how much power that your tongue holds, you're going to stop and think, I can't say that. I can't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I can never say, oh, I don't know. Yes, you do. I tell y'all all the time, stop lying. You don't get to say you don't know. This is the information age. Tell the truth. You haven't taken the time to find out. Take ownership of your nonsense. Don't ever say you don't know. And you definitely don't need to say you can't. Unless you got a debilitating, something that's debilitating. Yeah, now that's a I can't. And even with that, I got one of my friends. He fine too. Ooh, Jesus. He had a football injury, paralyzed his whole entire body. They told him he wouldn't be able to walk again. He rehabbed his body, and he in his 60s now and still can run 5 miles. But they told him he wouldn't walk again. But in his mind, he said, yes, I will. And he did. So a lot of times, even if we in paralysis analysis or we in a paralysis state right now, if you make the decision in your mind, it's powerful that, oh, I'm going to walk again. But y'all walking is a little different. I'm walking in wealth. I'm walking in increase. I'm finna walk into overflow. I'm finna walk into millions. I'm finna walk into the best days of my life. I'm finna walk into great health. But if every time you open your mouth and you speaking lack and trash mindset, you just burning down your whole future. So every careless word that you speak, either you building your empire or you burning it to the ground. Which one are you going to do? Because we've been conditioned to say, oh, it's life and death is in the power of the tongue. And like I said, we've been conditioned to say that. But too often we haven't been conditioned to do it. And I get it. We love to talk the talk. Me too. Because baby, I love a good corner piece of talkation. Yeah, I do. But sometimes we can't just talk the talk. We got to walk the walk. When it's time for us to walk the walk, then that's when these excuses pop out. Oh, I'm too tired. I don't have enough time. I don't this. We make time for the things that we want to do. And we will prepare for the things that we want to do. If we say, oh, I'm going to California on vacation, or I want to go to Dubai. You will literally get over there up on whatever it is, Travelocity. And when they had them sales, you will put your $10 down and you will pay $100, $200, $300, $400 a month. You will put the trip on layaway or have to pay a carnation because you have made a decision that you're going to Dubai. It's time to be diligent like that in your dreams, your future, in your digital business, or your whatever type of business that you say you're going to do. Identify who you're going to serve. Get one product. Get good at promoting one thing. Master one social media platform. And then share it with the rest of the world. But stop having the mindset of I can't. Stop having that trash mindset and them trash words that keeps coming out your mouth. At the end of the day, it's time for you to say, I am going to take action and I'm going to speak power over my life. You need to ask yourself, am I a friend to myself or am I a foe? Because a lot of y'all, your mouth is your enemy. And we've all done it. We say with our mouths that we are the friend to our finances. We're the friend to our success and to our whole world. But subconsciously, many of us are our own worst enemy. We're the enemy to our success. We're the enemy to our increase. We're the enemy to our overflow. We're the enemy to our results. So you need to ask yourself today, am I going to be my biggest cheerleader, or I'm going to be my biggest hater? Because every time you say you can't do something, you hating on your own self. What the, oh, okay. I said I was going to stop cussing a little bit. I said I was going to stop cussing. Your mindset should be your best friend. Your mouth should be your best friend. Why? Because I'm not finna sit here and tell you that fear and self-doubt is not going to creep in. But when your mouth and your mindset is your best friend, they going to go to battle with self-doubt. They going to go to battle with fear. They going to go to battle with inconsistency. They going to go to battle with procrastination. Are you your best friend, or are you your biggest enemy? Because a lot of these battles, that's why a lot of times people so easy to point out for it and talk about outward and stuff. Because baby, on the inside, they could be in disarray, and they fighting an uphill battle. So I need you to get in the mindset, yes, I'm at war with my own self. I'm at war with my mindset, and I'm at war with my mouth. Now, my next question is, are you going to win the war? Or are you going to succumb to it? Because I know ain't nobody woke up and decide, oh, snap, I'm going to be the biggest loser today. Hell no, no, and no. I am the biggest winner in my life. And baby, I'll be up in there acting I'm the biggest winner in my whole family. But I got a little, God gave me a little extra help in it. He gave me a little, my cup runneth over with confidence in me. I want y'all to make today as the day that you're going to make a decision and that you're going to choose you. You're going to choose to speak life over your bank accounts. You're going to choose to speak life over your health. You're going to choose to speak life over your knowledge. You're going to choose to ask for help. God, give me the help that I need to do what you have planned and what you have decided for the goals and for the purpose that you have given me. And if you don't know your purpose, ask that too. God, help me identify it and give me the resources to execute it. Because we good at just seeing and identifying. Also give me the ability to take consistent action. You need to choose life, and you need to choose to speak life over your future and your legacy. So what are you going to choose? And I challenge you to create, y'all know I'm finna start some stuff, a 21-day get off your ass challenge. I said it. I said it. For 21 days, do the uncomfortable things. Take action when you don't feel like it. If y'all notice, y'all been seeing more and more posts from me. Y'all been seeing that I've been posting consistently because I done already started. I started at the beginning of September. And guess what? I'm going to carry it over, and I'm going to reset. I've already reset my 21 days. because I need to get in the habit of letting the world know that I am in business even when I don't have that camera on and I'm going live. Welcome into the Rich Girl Live. I want you to replace your comfort zone with the profit zone, with the action zone. And then at the end of them 21 days, I want you to give yourself a performance review. Just like them regular ass jobs. I said it. They might be on to something. I need you to give yourself a performance review. What worked? What didn't work? And if what didn't work was you got to reset because it is the get off your ass challenge. This is your assignment for these weeks for your 21 days. I want you to spend 1 hour a day with yourself. I want you to write down your top excuses. And then I want you to calculate how much is that costing you. Okay, you sit on Netflix for 2 hours. Well, could I went live for 2 hours and made three, four, $500? Or could I just keep paying Netflix $20 a month, giving away my wealth? I want you to write down them top excuses. I want you to calculate how much is it costing you. Is it costing you time? Is it costing you money? If it's costing you peace? Because I tell y'all all the time is the only thing that you will never get back. Right now, it's 7:15 a.m. When that clock strikes 7:16 a.m., you will never be able to get 7:15 a.m. again on September the 29th of 2025. Use that time that you have wisely. Are you going to use it wisely or are you going to waste it? Y'all got a lot of decisions to make today. So I'm going to close out with these affirmations. I treat my tongue like the keys to my empire. I speak power, not poison. I am my greatest friend and not my greatest enemy. I speak life, wealth, health, and abundance over my life daily. I am done letting excuses bankrupt my life. I choose action even when it feels uncomfortable. And I am the leading lady of my story, not a freaking co star. I need y'all to understand you really got this. And what I tell y'all all the time, I'm going to close it out. If you scared, just do it scared. If you're scared, just do it scared. I do a lot of things and I am petrified. And people be like, oh my God, you look so confident. No, I have confidence that God gonna see me through. But I don't sit around and act like I'm not scared. I just do it scared. And so can you all.